Global stock markets dipped for the second day in a row. Signs the world is watching and waiting for any signs of a trade war between the U.S. and China. Michael Czinkota is a professor in the McDonough School of Business at Georgetown University, from where he joins us. So, Professor, we heard Nathan say there at the end that China has formally notified the World Trade Organization. It's suspending trade concessions to the U.S. on products including ethanol, in response to the U.S. duties on aluminum and steel. I want to get your thoughts now that the WTO is involved.
Well, I think that overall the situation is vastly overblown. Given the quantity of trade and interchange between the U.S. and China, the taxes or tariffs on $3 billion or $2 billion worth of goods are truly minor issues. If they weren't included, I would use the pun that they're peanuts. But yes, there is a clear demonstration from the U.S. that there's no longer a desire to live with past imbalances, and there's a clear response from China saying they're not going to roll over and don't play. They will participate. They show that they can take actions. But, you know, the perspective I have is, if you think of a public swimming pool, people have been always jumping in, swimming, going out. And now a 10-meter tower has been built, and all of a sudden the pool is too small and has to be increased in size. People have to become more active. People have to become more cautious. And acrobatics suddenly become more interesting. And so we can't live with the rules of the old pool. We have to accept that there is a new pool, new activity, and we need to adjust to that.
Now, Professor, you mentioned drop in the bucket, but it's not over yet. The Trump administration expected to announce additional tariffs hitting aerospace, technology, and machinery. So how much longer can this go on, or will we see this as a new normal where both sides keep matching the other with another list?
Well, I hope that we don't see the matching step by step. Keep in mind, in order to trigger policy actions, it's important to have an awareness and a desire to take action and a focus. Policymakers have so many different things that preoccupy them that trade, in spite of public pronouncements, does not rise to a daily level of attention. And that's where President Trump really is making a difference. He's fired a shot across the bow, and he's saying, this is important to us in the U.S., and we expect it to become important to you too. Focus on it. Make things happen. And I think the U.S. is making things happen, and I believe other countries, not just China, are making things happen too. And that will, after 74 years of an established trade rule system, finally give us a new direction and new emphasis.
Now, a lot of people in the U.S. are concerned about where this can all lead. A lot of people, even from his own party, think that a trade war is a bad idea. So do you know of any case where a country has won a trade war?
Well, I'll give you an example of the German shipping group called Hanse. And in the 11th and 12th century, the Hanse had major problems with the country of Norway. And the Hanse then implemented rules which tightened supplies to go to Norway. And it went fairly far, and Norway gave in, apologized, and compensated the Hanse for all undue restrictions and machinations. So yes, there are situations where things have turned out positively, but let me add that I am convinced, and very much so, that we are not in a trade war, nor are we heading there. We're exchanging perspectives, we are highlighting things, we're making it clear in an anvil-like focus that this is the time to pay attention. but we are not heading in the direction of a trade war. I do not believe so.
All right, a perspective we have not heard very much this week, but we appreciate it greatly. Michael Czinkota, thank you so much for joining us from Georgetown University.